Hello there, I'm DJ Lady Loy on Gold Standard Radio every Saturday from 7 till 9 on the Roller Coaster Show. I tend to play new releases and a bit of soca, a bit of dancehall, all types of music from all over the world. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about interracial relationships under scrutiny. So sit tight, get a cup of tea, sit back and listen. There's a quiet tension in the air these days, a tension that whispers in the news, echoes on social media, and drifts through the conversations we can't ignore. When far-right voices dominate the headlines, when anti-immigration protests fill the streets, when rhetoric paints black men as a threat, relationships feel the weight, not just individually, but relationally, intimately. Black men with white partners live in this tension every day. They're visible, highly visible, in a society that notices difference and often mistrusts it. Every glance, every comment, every interaction carries an unspoken question. Are we safe here? Are we welcome? For the man, there is a constant, quiet hypervigilance. He wants to protect his partner, to shield her from the words, the stares, the subtle hostility that lingers on the edge of daily life. He feels the pressure to be calm, composed, unshakable, even when he's weary, even when the world around him is restless and unforgiving. For the partner, there is often a mirrored anxiety. She may worry for herself, yes, but mostly for him. She sees the world's gaze, the history of prejudice, the fear that surrounds him. She feels it in public places, in whispers of strangers, in the assumptions made before she speaks a word. And in that fear, the dynamics of love are reshaped. Disagreement in such a relationship can feel heavier. A simple argument is never just about words. It carries the weight of historical bias, social scrutiny, and the quiet pressure of external judgment. A raised voice, a harsh word, can trigger a cascade of vigilance and protection. Emotional space must be navigated with care, love. Love must be negotiated alongside survival. Yet there is also an opportunity here. When a couple acknowledges the pressures together, when they speak openly about fear, judgment, and the media's weight, they build resilience. They learn strategies, reinforcing communication, aligning expectations, creating private sanctuaries where intimacy can exist without external interference. And this is why love in such relationships often carries a dual quality: intense closeness and heightened caution. Intimacy becomes a careful dance, expressing vulnerability yet protecting against the world. Negotiating love while negotiating perception. It is not a burden evenly shared. Often, the black man bears a disproportionate weight. He carries the history of systemic neglect, media vilification, and racialized fear. He navigates not just his own feelings, but the responsibility of shielding his partner and preserving trust within the relationship. And sometimes the world's mistakes that caution for distance, for detachment, for indifference, when in fact it's protection. Did you understand that? He navigates not just his own feelings, but the responsibility of shielding his partner and preserving trust within the relationship. And sometimes the world mistakes that caution for distance, for detachment, for indifference, when in fact it's protection. Yet despite the vigilance, despite the fear, love endures. Couples find ways to negotiate the tension. They carve out intimacy that the world cannot touch. They recognize their shared strength and their shared vulnerability. And in that shared space, confidence grows, patience grows, understanding grows. There's a delicate balance, this life under scrutiny. Love exists, but it's measured against history, media, and social perception. It demands empathy, courage, and constant negotiation, and for those who navigate it well, it can become a testament to resilience, to trust, and to the quiet power of intimacy under pressure. Because in a world that is often hostile, where fear is amplified by headlines and whispers, love must be both the sanctuary and the armour. It is a testament not just to desire, but to courage, endurance, and shared understanding. And that's all I've got to say on that topic.